Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome. Today we are going to be looking at the Hearthstone closed beta. Now at this point, pretty much everybody and their mums have made a video on Hearthstone, but if you have not heard of it and you're a fan of card games, you're in for a bit of a treat. Now, what is it I hear you asking? Well, it's a card game made by some of the guys down at Blizzard that takes place in the Warcraft universe. But is it any good? Well, to find out, we'll start by looking at deck building. So, the first step would be to choose a hero. There are 9 heroes in the game. They're Warrior, Shaman, Rogue, Paladin, Hunter, Druid, Warlock, Mage, and Priest, which are all classes from the Warcraft universe. I personally like Paladin the best, because that's what I played back in World of Warcraft, and they're indeed quite enjoyable. So, your next step is to look through the cards. In a deck, you want to have 30 cards, and you want to try to keep it fairly well balanced. So, as you can see up here, there is a little octagon with a 1 in it. That means that this costs 1 mana to play. Each turn, you will gain 1 mana that you can spend on cards. So, there are normal cards, and there are these cards, which are weapons cards. You play these, and it'll equip your hero with a weapon. So you can see the stats down here. This does 1 damage and has 4 durability, which means you can take 4 swings with it. Compared to this, which costs 4 mana to play, it does 4 damage, but it only has 2 durability, but it has a special with it, which is whenever your hero attacks, restore 2 health to your hero. As long as he's not past his maximum health, of course. And here is a gold card, which are exactly the same as normal cards, but they have little effects and a nice gold border around it. So those are the class-specific cards. These are the neutral cards. Neutral cards are cards that you can have in any deck, and there are quite a few of them. Here is a text for the card's specific ability if it has one. It has a battle cry, which means when you play it, it will do whatever it says on the tin, basically. You fire this, you play this, and it will deal 1 damage to a target of your choosing. And they scale up from mana, and they do many different things, as you will shortly see. So now we will get into the game and see what it's like. So I'll be choosing my custom Paladin deck, and we shall set off on our adventure. As you can see, there's a bit of old music from different Blizzard games with a nice old stereophone effect going on with it. It will go and it will find us a worthy opponent, such as this worthy opponent, who will now face in glorious combat. So we're fighting a rogue.
I will fight with
so
honor.
as you see, it flips a coin. Flips a coin, and it will choose a champion to go first. So we will be going second, so we get an extra card. So now's the chance to replace cards that you don't want to start out with. So we'll probably replace that, and I think we'll keep the rest, and it'll draw a new card, and we'll get a Hand of Protection. And we'll get the coin, which will let us gain an extra mana per turn. So, let's see what they're playing first. Sinister Strike. It deals 3 damage to the enemy hero. As you can see, it did 3 damage to me, as indicated by my health bar. So, I'll probably keep that, because the Acidic Swamp Ooze special will destroy the weapon, and as a rogue, they can have some pretty devastating attacks with their weapon, so I'm just going to end my turn and wait. So I have 1 mana right now, so I can play a card that costs 1 mana. Now, my turn, she has 2 mana, and she can play a card that costs 2 mana, such as that. So, we will probably respond with just our hero power, which is reinforced. It's summon a 1/1 Silver Hand Recruit. Her hero power is Dagger Mastery. It'll equip a 1/2 dagger, so it'll do 1 damage and has 2 durability. However, when you attack something with it, it will do the damage of the attack it has. So if she were to equip it and then hit me with it, she would take 1 damage, but it would also kill my Silver Hand Recruit since it only has 1 health. But you can also buff that up with some different cards in the deck that she may or may not have. So we'll end our turn and see what she's got. Let's see, what is the plan here? I'm definitely going to be saving this Acidic Swamp Ooze in case she has a weapon, because I've seen that go just ridiculous, where they build up a dagger that can do 8 damage per hit and just rush you down with like 4 durability, so it's just the hero attacking you. So we definitely don't want that to happen, so that's always good to keep for emergencies, because we definitely do not want to die. So she's going to attack that. Reasonable enough, since it has 2 health, I will not kill her card. She'll equip her dagger, and indeed hit me. So it's back to my turn. So, I have 3 mana this turn, but I really don't have anything to play. I haven't really been drawing very well. I've been drawing mostly my buff cards, which I may have too many of. I think I will just summon a Silverhand Recruit again.
Reporting for duty.
Use that to kill off your Gnomish Engineer next turn. So, we'll see what her move is. Let's see. What are you up to? And what is my plan, actually? I haven't really thought it very through. I can always play a True Silver champion next round, which is good for removing a card that has only 4 health or less, which can be pretty good, in fact. So I could play that if she brings out something big and scary and stompy. I could also buff with my Shattered Sun Cleric, which will give a minion 1/1. So if I were to play this, I could make this a 2/2, and then it's also a 3/3, which means it has 3 attack and 3 health. So let's see what her move is to decide what ours is. I also have removal I could use in Consecration, which deals 2 damage to all enemies, which I could play and wipe the board if she were to play a bunch of like 1-cost creatures that I don't really want around anymore. So I think the move will be to buff that up to 2/2, kill that, I'll keep it alive, it'll have 2 attack and 1 health, which seems pretty reasonable. Okay, I guess they're going to do absolutely nothing. So the play will be to buff this and attack. And I think that is all we shall be doing this round. So you can't attack with this card, you have just summoned. You have to wait a turn. That seems like an odd decision, so I'd be able to kill that. So Questing Adventurer is a pretty powerful card because when... Oh. That's new, I haven't seen that before. So that is stealth, I cannot currently attack it. However, I can attack them since they left themselves completely open. So I'll probably be Blessings of Kings, which as you can see will give a unit plus 4 attack and plus 4 health, which will make this hit like a small truck, because now I have a 7/7. And as you can see, that worked quite well. And I'll probably even give it Divine Shield. So Divine Shield means when something attacks it, it will negate damage and keep it from taking it. Well, so you can see the Phantom Knives will hit this, and my Divine Shield is now gone, but it did not take any damage. So my card has been sapped. It's back in my hand now. It's lost the buff, so that was pretty well played. Now it's a 3/1 weapon, so I'll probably end up destroying my Acidic Swamp Ooze. This isn't going particularly well. That thing is snowballed pretty hard with that extra stealth. I might have to True Silver Champion, but if I hit that, then I'm going to be taking 6 damage. I'm down to 17 health, which is not very good. So what I'll probably do is... Well, actually that dagger's gone now. So let's see. Hopefully I'll draw something good, like a Lord of the Arena. In fact, I did not. So, what is the play here? I think Acidic Swamp Ooze buffed... Yes, I think this is the play. So, we'll start with our Acidic Swamp Ooze. We will give it an extra 1/1. And we will do this in case she ignores me and decides that she wants me dead. So, that will summon a different minion to take the damage. So, hopefully, I can get away with that. Hopefully, she won't attack me first with the dagger. Hopefully. But, hopefully, again. I don't know how this is going to work out.
Put this apple on
Knife Juggler, very good card. Whenever you summon a minion, it will throw a random knife out to one of the enemy minions or hero, depending on luck. Just could be anything. Alright, what is your plan? What do you have in your hand? Some kind of spell, probably, since it's targeting me. Elven Archer. So that is now an 8/8, and rapidly it's gotten out of control. Now, I have a way to deal with it. Now I don't. I still do. It's just... no, I don't. Oh, she's gonna play it again. Well, that is now a 10/10 monster. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to threaten this person.
Demands retribution.
Now it's 13/12. At least my noble sacrifice got triggered, and that 13 damage should not go to me. I would have been killed horribly. So, what is the plan? I can only do 4, 5, 6, 7 damage to that. I think I don't have enough mana for... oh, yes, I do. So, I could... it's going to be really painful, but I think it's my only option. I'm going to have to... Blessing of Kings. It's a shame that the Swamp Boost died, or this would have worked a lot better. So I'm going to have to Blessings of Kings. I'm going to have to coin into a True Silver Champion. But I'm pretty much dead anyway, so...
for justice.
I am indeed. I can't do anything. That game went pretty bad pretty quick. So, she can kill me next turn. I don't have anything out to stop it. So,
Well played.
conceding time.
The victory.
So, that card snowballed really hard, really quickly, and I did not finish. But I don't have very many good cards right now. But we shall see a game mode now that will let you have any card, pretty much, depending on chance and what it gives you. So, this is the other game mode in Hearthstone, which is known as the Arena. The Arena will let you choose between one of 3 heroes it gives you, and you build a deck out of cards it gives you, which is pretty random, but it is indeed quite fun. So, we'll start out by spending some of our gold, which we get from various quests, which I will show in a minute. So, we have to choose between a shaman, a mage, and a hunter. I quite like the shaman also, so we shall choose the shaman. So, it'll give you 3 cards, which you will choose and make a deck with. So, what shall it be? I'm thinking we might take the Ancient Mage. Actually, I think we'll take the Alarmo Bot. So, as you can read a special ability there, and what it does, it will, at the start of a turn, swap this minion with a random minion in your hand, so it has the potential to bring out a very strong monster very early. So if I play this at turn 3, I might be able to get, you know, an 8-cost mana monster, if I'm lucky. Alright, so what shall it be? I think we will take Wind Speaker. It will give a friendly minion Wind Fury, which lets it attack twice in a turn, and it's a decent card at 3 for 4 mana. Next we shall probably take Margashar Warden. So as you can see, it has its special ability as Taunt. Taunt means that if there's a minion on the field that wants to attack, it has to attack it. Or another thing with Taunt, it can't go for anything else you have played or your hero without going through it first, which can be quite good. Alright, so next up we will probably take the Fen Creeper for a little bit extra taunt, just to make sure we have a good amount of that. Flametongue Totem is indeed quite good also. Its adjacent minions have plus to attack, which can be very, very good indeed. So grab that. Next up, we shall probably take the Sinjin Shieldmaster. Maybe the Silverhand. No, I think we'll take this, just to make sure we got some good taunt. Alright, what's next? We will probably take the Lord of the Arena to get some even more taunt. Alright, so Bloodlust is quite good for big, strong place. It gives all your minions you have out currently +3 attack, which can be devastating indeed for finishing moves and for clearing the board. Alright, next up we will probably take the Gurbashi Berserker. Let's see, what do we want next? Probably a Stampeding Kodo out of these. It's a 3/5 for 5, which isn't fantastic, but you can destroy something with low health like a Magashar Warden or something else that has at least under 2 attack. So what's next? Possibly a Booty Bay Bodyguard. That is a lot of taunt we have, but Elven Archer's not particularly good. Maybe a Frost Shock to get a little extra spell power and some crowd control. Next up, Acidic Swamp Ooze, definitely good indeed. Dust Devil. So it's a 1 cost, but it will overload you, which means you cannot. It'll disable your mana crystal for that turn, so it's not exactly fantastic. It can do some pretty good damage as long as you're attacking their hero or something with no attacks. It only has 1 health. But I think we'll probably take. Well, yeah, let's take the Geomancer. I don't really want to slow down the tempo just to have that do 6 damage. Alright. Shattered Sun Cleric will probably be the choice. It's a 3 cost. We don't have many of those. As you can see down here, it shows our mana curve. What next? Probably Ancestral Healing. It will restore me into full health and give it Taunt, which can be very good for something that doesn't have Taunt but a lot of health. Alright, so we'll probably want Lightning Storm for some good removal. But Mana Tide, we don't have any way of getting extra cards. This is a tough one. I just think we'll take the Mana Tide. As long as you can keep that alive, you'll get an extra card when your turn is over, which is definitely good. Alright, Spellbreaker. This is a card we shall be taking because it has a silence. Silence means that it will remove the text from a card, and it won't use it anymore, which is very powerful. It'll be good for taking out any buffed minion or something with just really annoying things. It'll also take out Taunt, which is good. Oh, another Spellbreaker. We'll take that to get plenty of silence. Alright. Argent Commander, Cold Light Seer, or Violet Teacher. We will be taking the Argent Commander. We don't have a lot of spells. Knife Juggler, I think, will be the choice here, and yes, indeed it will be. We need a few more heavy hitters and a few more. Alright, so let's see. Unbound Elemental can be pretty good, but we don't have a lot of overload cards. We have some, well, probably take the Cult Master because we only have 1 form of draw, and that can be pretty good. Alright, so Blood Knight. Not particularly useful here, probably. Mountain Giant might be good. I think Mountain Giant is indeed the choice. We don't really have any high costs, and that is a pretty solid creature. Next, I think we'll probably take the Stone Tusk Boar. Good for moving something that has only 1 health, or if you buff it up. Probably Hex for sure. That can take out something very big and dangerous. We'll take another Bloodlust. Let's see. Possibly Forked Lightning. It'll give us an overload, but I think it's probably worth it to have a little bit extra spell power. Alright, let's see what else. Could take a Raptor, but it's not exactly fantastic. It doesn't have any text compared to something like a Swamp Ooze, which can destroy a weapon, which can be very useful. It has the same stats. However, it is a beast, which means it can work with like the Hunter, which has various abilities that can buff beasts. So I think we will take another Forked Lightning, just for a little bit extra removal. And what next? We have a good amount of taunts. Maybe a Magma Rage wouldn't be a horrible choice if we can keep up that taunt wall. We can put that down. Just quite a bit of damage. Take another Hex for some more removal. So let's see. Arcane Golem can... That doesn't seem very good at all. It gives your opponent a mana crystal, and it's not exactly that powerful. I guess it's probably Gadgets on Action here. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a card. Don't see Bloodsail Corsair being particularly good. In fact, it's not very good at all. I don't know how I feel about this deck. I don't think we got particularly good draws here, but I guess we'll find out. So, we'll start out. If you have 3 chances not to lose. If you lose 3 times, your deck is retired, and the more you win, the better key you get. And at the end of your run, if you either get to 9 wins or you lose 3 times, you will use that and you will get various rewards, which usually include card packs, gold, and dust to enchant other cards, which we will show you after this run. So let's see. Let's try that again.